Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? Hope you are fine. Today I am going to conduct a class on degree change, and it's a part of transformation of sentence. I believe you will enjoy my class. Okay. You know, degree change is neither a difficult nor an easy topic, right? Just if you can learn, if you learn some techniques, if you follow some techniques, you can do it very successfully, right? Okay, I will make it easier for you, right? Anyway, as per your demand or as per your need, okay, as per your problems, I have categorized it, the roles of degree change in 3 ways, right? So at the very beginning, I would like to discuss the first one, and this is the most complicated. Most of the students just make mistakes doing these rules. Okay, doing this rule, they make mistake, you make mistake. So I will show you the way how easy it can be. Okay, anyway, let's start. To change degree, just you have to remember 2 things. You have to do it very carefully. If you follow 2 steps, you can easily change any degree, right? Since it's not very difficult. It's neither difficult nor so easy. But if you are sincere, if you are wise, okay, if you are technical, you can solve your problems very easily. Okay? Anyway, so 2 steps. You have to follow 2 steps. First one, which one is first? The first step is you have to identify the degree, right, in a sentence. Anyway, you see identification table. Okay, so this is positive, this is comparative, this is superlative. I am writing the particulars: superlative, comparative, and positive. This is positive. Okay, in a positive degree there must be so as dash dash as, and in this dash there must be an adjective or adverb, right? And here adjective, then more or less, then the est with the adjective and the most plus adjective. Clear? If you see so as, so you guess this is obviously a positive degree. And if you see ear than, like better than, slower than, wiser than, bolder than, and more beautiful than, okay, less beautiful than, clear, less important than, more important than, then you gauge this is a comparative one. And then you see the best, the wisest, the nicest, the tallest, yeah, and the most beautiful, the most important, you know all these things, right? This is the very basic by which you can identify whether it's a positive degree or comparative degree or superlative degree, right? Yes. And I have earlier, just a bit earlier, I said I categorized in 3 ways, 3 rules you have to follow. Clear? The first rule is simple degree change. See, he is wiser than his brother. Okay, he is wiser than his brother. Anyway, here comparison is made between 2 things, 2 nouns, pronouns he and his brother, right? The comparison is made between he and his brother. So this is a positive, comparative or superlative. Which one do you suggest, right? Easily you can guess. This is the degree, right? Wiser than, er than, right? Er than wise, wiser, wiser than. So it befalls here, it goes to comparative degree, er than, wiser than, right? Now comparison between he and his brother. So no chance of superlative degree comes here, right? So this is a comparative one. This is called simple degree change, right? In which you have to transform the degree between positive to comparative or comparative to positive. This is a vice versa process. This is a vice versa process. You can't change it into superlative one since the comparison has not been made between among many things. The comparison is made between two things. Clear? Yeah. So here you go. Now I have written a rhythmic lines in Bengali. So I am going to read Shobar age শেষাংশ আসে. Right? Eta na pele main verb or auxiliary verb boshe if the sentence is in be verb, in that case main verb auxiliary verb I will explain it, clarify it. No not না থাকলে বাদ যায়, না থাকলে দিতে হয়, এরপর main verb plus degree change হয়, সব শেষে প্রথম অংশ রয়. So I am going to change this into positive degree, right? How? You see the way. I said this is called simple degree change from positive to comparative or comparative to positive. Anyway, so he is wiser than his brother. Clear? Now see, I said shobar age শেষাংশ আসে. So which one is the last part? His brother. Okay? So I say his brother. His brother. Now এটা সবার আগে শেষাংশ has come. Now if you don't you seek for auxiliary verb or main verb. Clear? So this is the main verb here is. Do you see this is an auxiliary verb? No. This is auxiliary verb, but in this sentence is functions as the main verb because there is no auxiliary verb, although it's an auxiliary verb. You know he is. Am, is, are, was, were, can, could, shall, should. Am, is, are, was, are always be verb, but if there is single am, is, are, was, are, that is considered to be main verb, right? Because this is not assisting any other verb. This is the main verb here, right? So in that case, main verb, auxiliary verb, main verb, be verb, main verb. If the verb is be verb and it functions as main verb, so you bring main verb. So I bring his brother is, right? So na pele main verb auxiliary eta na pele, sorry ekhane eta na pele na, here এরপরে সবার আগে শেষাংশ আসে, এরপরে main verb auxiliary verb বসে. So I have brought main verb be. Clear? So his brother is, right? Now no not থাকলে বাদ যায়, না থাকলে দিতে হয়. Do you see any no not here? Do you see? Achha. Then you have to bring not, right? Yes, his brother is not. It's finished. Then I said main verb. I don't hear main verb. It's not needed, right? It's not needed because is the main verb here, so we don't need this one. There is a star mark. Then degree change the degree. Wiser than, so ear than, wiser than. What can we do? We can just bring so as, then wise as, so wise as. Now সব শেষে প্রথম অংশ রয়. So which one is first? Which one comes first? He. So our answer is he, right? I think you have got the point. Now I am just reviewing the thing. Clear how it happened? It has happened. Just this is the simple degree change. Clear? This is simple degree change. comparison between two things, he and his brother. So what you have to do, you have just to do this thing, follow this one, right? And in this portion, this is the simple degree change, rule of simple degree change, but doing this change or changing this one, most students make mistake. It is proved, right? In our class, while we are taking class, we see students making this type of silly mistakes, right? That's why I have produced these rules at the very beginning. Okay. So is wiser than his brother, so comes his brother. First part of the last part of the sentence. Then in pore main verb or auxiliary verb বসে. Main verb I see is. If the be verb is the main verb, then you need not bring any auxiliary verb and main verb. It is functioning as the main verb, right? Then no not. If you don't see any no or not, you bring a no or not. But if you see no not, you just minus the no not. Then change the degree. It's not needed since be verb is the main verb. Okay, you don't regard this. Then change the degree. So wise as and then the first part of the sentence, right? I think you have got the point. Clear? So I will give you an example. This is the main verb. Here be verb is the main verb. Then this is a event verb. Now I will show you another rule related to action verb, right? Be verb. This is a be verb. So I will show you another example that is about action verb. Yes, here we go. A plane flies faster than a bird. A plane flies faster than a bird. So what do you see? The first thing is you have to identify the degree. Faster than, right? You see, faster than, here, then. Clear? So this is a comparative word. So we have to change this into positive. We can't do this. We can change this into superlative one, right? Anyway, how to? The way the last portion is a bird. A bird. No. Main verb. Be verb. Main verb. Do you think this is a be verb? No, this is not a be verb. So you can't seek, you can produce, you can bring, use main verb here. So you have to bring auxiliary verb, right? So auxiliary verb. A bird, right? Third person singular. So you have to bring do or does. Which one? This is a present tense. So comes do or does. A bird is third person singular number. So you bring does. Then see, no not. Is there any no not? Obviously you don't see. So you bring not. Then main verb. So flies, yes, comes here. So what is left? Fly. Fly. Then degree change. Faster than. You bring so fast as, right? And at last first part. So which one is first part? A plane. So a plane. Yeah? Have you got the point? I hope you have understood the complex thing. But yes, one reminder here. The reminder is most students, it is proved, right? Most students make the mistake. Which mistake? The mistake is a plane, right? Students make, right? What a student does in the exam, in most cases, just that I'm going to erase this one, clear? What they do? They just make a bird is not fly so fast as a plane. So is not. This is wrong. Completely, this is a wrong idea. Right? This is a very wrong idea. Because this is not a be verb. This is action verb. Right? So it requires the most important thing, if the statement is in positive, the opposite degree must be in negative, and if it is negative, the opposite degree must be positive. Clear? I think you have got my point. So I am going to rule number 2. Clear? So here we go. I hope you have understood the rule, right? I guess so. So dear students, I'll go to rule number 2, and at first I will write, then I will just make it easy for you. I will give a good explanation, right? Just wait. Yes, I have just have written rule number 2. What do you see? No other, in positive, in comparative, any other, and in superlative, simple superlative. What is this? Simple superlative, the plus est or the plus most. This is called simple superlative, right? So I am going to write an example, and that is no other flower is so romantic as the rose, right? I think you agree with me, not with this statement. Rose is a romantic flower, right? So no other flower is so romantic as the rose. So what do you see here? No other, right? No other. So in comparative degree, no other will be replaced by any other. Clear? No other will be replaced by any other. So let's try it. And in this case, we will bring the last part one, comparative noun, right? Last part. Yes. Comparative, in comparative form, it becomes the rose first, the rose. We will bring the rose, the last portion of the statement. We will bring the last portion of the statement. So here we bring the rose at first, the rose, then as per the rule, as I said, simple degree change. একটু আগে আমি বলেছিলাম যে একটা রুলস লিখেছিলাম some few moments earlier. I have written in the rule simple degree change. You have to follow that very thing in every portion, right? So the rose, then verb. The rose is. Yes, the rose is first subject, the last portion, then verb, the rose is. You see, no other. This is negative, so you don't need to bring no or not here, right? So the rose is, then change degree. So romantic as, right? Romantic as. Do you think this is a regular degree change? Like good, better, best, nice, nicer, nicest? No. This has more syllables. So the comparative form will be the rose is more. The rose is more romantic than. Now, no other at first. You see no other and bring the no other here. Then replace no other with any other. Then any other flower. Right? The rose is more romantic than any other flower. So, what change do you see? What are the changes that happened here? It's no other, any other, no other, any other. First, last. First, last. No other flower, any other flower. Right? In positive degree, the first part subject before the verb. This is subject. No other flower times any other flower. Right? And in reverse situation, this thing will happen. First, last, last, first. First, last, last, first. So no other flower. Verb remains, holds the same position. No change of verb. Right? So the rose, and here the rose, the last part, here the first part. Right? So the rose, then verb, no change to verb, then change the degree in same place, is more romantic than, and the last part, first part will be here in the last, will be the last part in the sentence, any other flower. Clear? And in superlative. Right? What you have to do? Superlative. This is very easy. Superlative. Subject first, no change to subject. No other flower is so romantic. The rose is more romantic than. So what you have to do? The rose is, and degree change. The rose is the most romantic flower. The rose is the most romantic flower. Right? The rose is the most romantic flower. And if there were any extra part, right? Since there is no additional part, this is called simple degree change. Subject, verb, degree change. Right? Subject, verb, degree change. Clear? So let's do one more example, then you will be clear. If I write no other metal is so useful as iron. No other metal is so useful as iron. This is positive, comparative, superlative. Right? Positive, comparative, and superlative. Clear? So, no other metal is so useful as iron. As per the rule, iron comes first. Iron. Then verb is, change the degree. Iron, last part comes first. Then verb, change the degree. More. So, in place of so, I have brought more, then useful, then more useful, then no other, in place of no other, but replacement will be any other metal. Yeah? Yes. And then superlative, iron is the most useful metal. Clear? I think you have been clear, you have become clear about this rule. This is one of the easiest rules, right? Yes. So I have learned rule number 2, and there is one more rule left, and that is called rule number 3. So I am going to erase this one. I believe, if you have become serious, sincere, if you haven't spared a single moment, if you had just given your concentration to my class, you have become clear, right? So I am going to erase this one. Okay? Yeah. So I will discuss the last rule right now. So let's see the third rule. Okay. Yes. The third rule is very few, here, most other, all other, one of one. Just you have to remember this structure. Okay, you have to remember this structure. Then you can complete the transformation. Right? And I am going to write one example. As per rule, positive comes first. Positive. Very few cities. Very few cities are so busy as Dhaka. Very few cities are so busy as Dhaka. This is positive. Right? And the comparative form is and superlative. Yes, see. Very few. So you see very few. This is, and see degree, so busy as, this is one thing. So busy as, and very few. Right? Clear? So you have to bring two changes here, right? Since this is a positive one, two changes into comparative, you have to bring the last part, right? So which one is the last part? Dhaka. Dhaka. Then bring the word. Dhaka is. Right? Dhaka is. And one question here. Here you see are, but why is? Because very few cities. Cities plural, that's why are. Okay? So Dhaka singular, third person, that's why is. Okay? Yes, Dhaka is. And now change degree. So busy as. So as. So as. And in this empty place, adjective busy. Anyway, so we are changing this into comparative. So what will be the comparative form? Dhaka is busier. B-U-S-I-E-R, busier than. Dhaka is busier than. Dhaka is busier than very few. Right? Replace the phrase very few with most other. Right? Dhaka is busier than most other cities. I may add very few cities of Bangladesh, right? So in that case, then most other cities of Bangladesh, right? Now superlative as per the rule. Dhaka is now. Don't change degree. Here there is a subtle difference. There is a technical thing you have to follow in doing superlative degree. Don't change degree. Change the degree just after the verb. Here most other, you just change most other after comparative degree, but now in superlative you bring this change. Very few, most other, one of. Right? So Dhaka is one of, and then degree change. The busier, so busy as, busier than the busiest. The B-U-S-I-E-S-T, busiest. Dhaka is one of the busiest. Then very few cities, right? What is left? cities. Cities. Here, Dhaka is one of the busiest cities, right? I think you have been clear. Okay, so we will go for one more example, right? Once more, I am just explaining, I am just reviewing. Very few cities of you have to remember this structure. This just very few, most other one of. Very few, most other one of one other. One of, right? First rule, simple. Second rule, no other, any other, simple. Third rule, very few, most other, oblique, all other, and superlative, one of. Just think this thing. These two things are important. Just change table, degree, identification table, degree, and change table. Right? Identification table and change table. If you just remember, if you can just assume these two things, understand? Then it will be very easy for you. It will be easier for you, right? Okay, I am going for another example, and that is very few. Very few boys in the class are so brilliant as Nannu, right? As Nannu. Now, what you have to do? Nannu, the last person, Nannu is more, change the degree, more brilliant than most other. Most other boys in the class, right? Nannu is more brilliant than most other boys in the class. Don't use any other because very few, right? Very few matches with most other or all others, right? Now superlative, Nannu is one of the most brilliant boys in the class, right? Nannu is one of the most brilliant boys in the class. And see, one important thing, if you just write one of, and after one of, the noun must be plural. One of the brilliant boys. Very few boys. Most boys. Sorry, most other boys. Most other plural. One of the most brilliant boys plural. Don't make this mistake. You have to just write the plural form of this noun after one of the, because one of the always just comply with plural noun, right? Then, so I guess you have understood the very basic rules of degree change, right? I think you have enjoyed my class. You have understood the rules, and in doing degree change, you will face, if you practice, you will face some more, you might face some miscellaneous rules, right? They are not very common, right? And if you face problem, you just tell me. I will later or in my next class I will explain the very rules if you see any common mistakes. Anyway, তো প্রিয় শিক্ষার্থীবৃন্দ, আশা করি তোমরা ক্লাসটি বুঝতে পেরেছো। রাইট? তোমরা সবাই এখন তোমার দায়িত্ব হচ্ছে বাসায় বসে বসে একটু বইটা দেখা, গ্রামাটিক্যাল রুলস দেখা, না দেখলে কিন্তু তোমরা আসলে ভালো করতে পারবে না। হ্যাঁ, ঠিক আছে, তোমরা একটু বইটি দেখবে, বোর্ড কোশ্চেনগুলো সলিউশন করবে। কোনো কোশ্চেন যদি এনি কোশ্চেন অ্যারাইজেস, ইউ জাস্ট টেল মি, ওকে? ইউ জাস্ট give me a message, sir, I am I face this type of problem. I'll just extend my helping hand to you at any time, right? So সবাই তোমরা ভালো থাকবে, বাসায় থাকবে, ঠিক আছে? সবাই ভালো করে পড়বে, সবার জন্য শুভকামনা, সবাই ভালো থাকবে, আল্লাহ হাফেজ।